Hey guys, in today's video I will show you how to create custom Apify scrapers because recently I had conversation with one of the business owner, let's call him John, and John had multiple sources from which he wanted to pull data. And the problem with some of the sources was that they didn't have public API, and to get access to this data we needed to use special accounts and special permissions. So I needed to develop specific scraper just to get all the information to have inside our automation. So in today's video, I will show you how to build such a specific scraper inside Apify, and I will show you the things that you need to be aware of and how to do it to make it work, and at the same time the problems that can comes with it, because it's not the perfect solution, but this is a solution that can help you get much more data and use it inside your automations. So let's go. So before we will go and I will show you how it works, we will start with some theory, because honestly it's not the perfect solution, and if the source has API you for sure need to use it. But in my case we will use Playwright just to browse the internet and just to get the information. So how it works, as you can see we have different approach. So Playwright is like internal dashboard with public APIs. That's when we can use it in case it's something that we can see only from UI. And just to say it again, you first want to use API access. Like, this solution is not the best, so this is some kind of like different approach, I would say this way. So how it works? It works in a way that we have the API Apify actor. It starts, then for sure, and what is important, your credentials, you need to make sure that credentials are encrypted, they are saved. So, and then we are going basically to the website and we are getting all the information to Apify database, and then we can use them inside N8N or make.com or just transfer them to Google Sheets. And now you can ask, like, what if they have 2FA? Can we automate this? And I would say yes in most cases, because if something has Google Authenticator, uh, from my experience, this is the common use, the Google Authenticator or email or SMS. And in these cases, we can for sure automate this. So for Google, we basically need to have secret key, and we just have to adjust this inside um, our integration just to generate the code in the time when we are trying to get access to specific website or service. With email is kind of similar, because then we are basically fetching the latest email, but it is also something that can be done. With SMS, it's a little bit more tricky because we want to have a human in the loop. So let's say we are trying to start the actor, then we have notification on Slack, and then Slack, I mean, our automation is basically waiting for us to provide him the SMS key. But this is also something that can be done. What cannot be done is push notification with Microsoft Authenticator, and in case they have YubiKey. Like, this is the hardware key, so it's not something that we can do. What about anti-bot defenses? So if that's Cloudflare, sorry, if that's Cloudflare, yes, we can do it. Sometimes it's required from us to use like different plugins, but this is something that for sure we can done. With Captcha, it's the same. If it's not working, we can use just solution like tocaptcha.com, and then basically they're helping us to solve the captcha. And as you can see, it's only $3 per 1,000 solves, so it's not that much. With captcha free, we can also like kind of doing it, so it all depends. Uh, Browser fingerprinting, like, yeah, it's more about like how to structure the code and the scraper behavior. The same with API rate limiting, analyzing behavior analysis. So like I said, it also depends how you will structure. So from the research I did, in 80% of the chances, yes, we can still enter the website. In 15%, we have to be a little bit more creative, I would say. But for 5% websites, like really enterprise websites, it's not possible and we cannot do it. So yeah, just to summarize all the theory about this, what we have to do, we have to make sure that the credentials are being safe. So we have to make sure that the passwords are secured. We never we should never hardcode credential inside the code. And yeah, like basically we have to just think what we are doing with our API keys, with our accesses. So if someone will get access to the key to the code, they will not see our accesses because then they can take control over our environment. And what is also important, because it all depends on the rules, so we should try to check the rules on the website. But honestly, like some companies has terms and conditions and they can ban your account in case you will do something like this. So you should always be aware of the risk, and this is something that you can do, but at the same time be aware that they can ban you, they can block you. So it all depends, and you should check the terms and condition. Yeah, because like I said, it's more like case by. So in this case, I will show you the simple scraper I built to get all the information from Smartlead. Smartlead is the system that is allowing us to do some cold emails. And as you can see, the entry for it is my email and the password. And like I told you, like you have to make sure that all the informations are encrypted. Like after I will put the password, it will be like this and nobody can see it. And just to show you, because this is how it works. Like as you can see, this is custom thing, this is private, so in theory only I can see it. But let's run it and then I will show you how it's working. Because he's trying to, as you can see in the logs, he's trying to log in using my credentials. So basically he's imitating my behavior inside the URL. So as you can see, here is the proof, like what kind of websites he's trying to get. He got the 8 campaigns, and this is my Smartlead account. And if we will go to output, here we can see my 8 different campaigns and the status of the campaigns. And in this case scenario, we only wanted to see how many of them are open. Like for 4 of them, I turn off tracking, so that's why it's null. But we can also see how many emails we sent in total. So basically all it does, it's like log in into the website and they are checking all the data. Like if, and in this case scenario, we are only trying to get the information from one specific sub website, honestly. So this is how it works. And now I will show you how to make it done. But just to make it clear and just to show you that we got all of them, here is my Smartlead account, and as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we got all of campaigns and all the information you can see. But how to build something like this? So to build something like this inside your Apify, you have to go to Actors, and here you have to click Develop New. Being here, you basically need to check templates because we are looking for Playwright plus Chrome. So this is something we want to have. And here we are basically using the template. And I will not tell you that I am the specialist and I know how to code. I don't, but I know how to use the tools that we have in our environment. So because of that, I will ask simply Claude to write it for me. So as you can see, here I'm asking Claude to write me all the files. I'm telling him to which website we will go, to which, because what is important, we also have to give the specific URL to which he will go. If not, he will start to make like, I don't know, maybe he will make like app.campaign. He will basically start to hallucinate and you will have some problems with it. And at the same time, let's give him a try. Because at the same time, when he will provide the code for you, just be aware that it is not perfect and it won't be perfect. Because he is not aware and he in most cases cannot test it. So I will show you exactly, like this is what we are having right now. This is some templatized things, and like I will just show you everything inside Apify and we will give him some time to think about how to build it and to build it basically. We have some Claude.md, we have agents.md, but honestly, we don't need it. In our example, we'll use Docker file, we'll use actor.json, and we will also have readme.md, and we will also have main.json, but he will create it for us. Like from my experience, what we have to do also, we have to go to settings and we have to set the memory. It all depends on your use cases, but from my opinion, like something between like 1,000 to 4K will be enough. So let's set it for 4K, because if not, you can see in your logs errors that you don't have enough memory. Okay, so after some time and after we ask him to don't give us a zip file and just provide everything here, as you can see, we have 4 files that we have to basically just copy and put inside our Apify Scraper. This one is input schema. So we are going here, input schema.json. And what is important here? What is important, we have to check the path as well, because as you can see, he put here .actor / input schema, and here we also have .actor inside, like basically this is the folder and the file is input.schema. It is really important just to have everything in the same place as he created, because it can cause damage, and I mean damage. Basically, it will not work. So we want to get the Docker file, this one, Docker file, and inside Docker file we have something like this. This is quite simple, and honestly, like I'm pretty sure that it will not work for you for the first time you will try to do it. So don't think that there is something wrong with you or something like this, because I will show you in a minute. Okay, as you can see, packet.json. We don't have anything like this, so we basically have to create new file. Let's better do it this way. Just copy, create new file. And what else? Because the next file he wanted to do is source/main.json. So this means that we have to create folder, and inside this folder we need to create main.json. Okay, so as you can see, we have everything, and after copying everything, let's just go to click save and build. And first he will build everything, and then we will be able to put every details that I just had, and we'll be able to get the information from Smart. Okay, so what I just saw right now, Claude basically generated multiple different steps, which honestly I don't need that much. So I basically told him to make it quite simple. So after making it simple, he provided me new input schema and new main file. So all I have to do right now is basically just change the files and just run the code again. And honestly, like I am aware that this is not the perfect solution for everyone, but this is the best way to get what you want. Basically test and check if it's working or not, but in many cases you also want to verify what the Claude is telling to you, because I'm pretty aware and I'm sure that the Claude don't have entire context from your conversation. Like sometimes you just have to think yourself what you want to achieve, where are your files are, because from my experience, like he will sometimes think that the file is inside of the folder, but maybe the file is outside, and this is why it will not work. Yeah, and what's funny, we ran this, and as you can see, we got 25 results. And I just want to show you why it's not perfect, but we can adjust it. Because as you can see, after we will go to output, we don't see anything. And we are like, okay, but you are claiming that you have 25 results. So like, where are there? So if you will go to all files, as you can see, basically he took every like field and he put this as a separate campaign. So as you can see, we have like even folders as a name. So That will only show you that this is not perfect and you should tweak it. You should test it and just adjust to specific websites. So it's not like once for all solution. It's more like custom solution for your specific need. Okay, and after going back and forth with it, as you can see, we have 8 different campaigns I have in Smartlead. So this is what you have to do. Like basically, you have to go to logs, you have to get all the logs and basically provide it to Claude in case you just want to change something. And just to show you also what is important here, because if we will go to the input, as you can see, I made sure that the password will be encrypted, so you can't see the password to my account. And this is extremely important. I think like this is the first or second thing that you have to be aware of in case you are using something like this, because you also need to be careful that they will not block your account and your access to the. So yeah, like this is it. And honestly, I am aware that in this video we have a lot of cuts, but honestly, like it can take some time because you have to copy all the logs, all the inputs and put them back into Claude. But honestly, like I don't know how to code. I know some basics and I am aware like what's going on inside the code, but I will not be able to write it by myself. And that's why we have to use the modern tools like AI, Claude, ChatGPT, Gemini, whatever you like. And basically, we just have to tell him and be aware what's the process behind it. So like I said, like be aware of the terms and condition, be aware about security and make sure that the passwords are encrypted and all the important API keys that you are using inside such a scraper. And just build whatever you want. Like I'm also aware that Smartlead can be connected much easily, but this was only an example to show you how to build custom scraper inside Apify with the power of Claude. So if that was interesting to you, don't forget to give me like, drop the comment. If you have any questions,